Hey everyone, Sash here, and we're back from our, 3-4 month hiatus. Practically what happened is we ran out of decks because I know my channel's basically a Blue Eyes channel right now, but if you upload 3 of the same list over and over again, it kind of gets old. So we were planning on uploading a couple weeks ago when the right before the ban list dropped, and then we remembered, well, there's also a ban list, so I don't want to drop a deck just in case it gets hit. Turns out nothing got hit, so here we are with 8 decks that I can upload.
Yeah, the ban list was like actual trash.
That's also expected though, but everyone already knows that. And this is the probably, in my opinion, the best way to play pure Blue Eyes, with like one exception, and we'll go ahead and get into that. So first things first, we're going to be running 3 copies of the Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon, and 3 copies of the Blue Eyes White Dragon, because this is pure. Normally, you'd only see me running 2 alternative, but again, this is pure build. 3 alternative is the way to go. We're also running 1 copy of Dragon Spirit and 1 copy of Blue Eyes Solid, just because you can summon them off Sage, summon them off your Ancients, and all that. Also, for more dragons, we're running 2 Chaos Dragon Levianeer. I understand this isn't a pure Blue Eyes card. It's a generic dragon that's searchable off of Melody of the Awakening Dragon, which is a Blue Eyes card. So that is why we're running it. That's it for our monsters. Moving on to our level 1 tuners. Well, that's all for the dragons. We're running 3 copies of Sage, the best card in this deck. This card plus Mausoleum of White can give you 2 negates. 2 copies of Protector, because if you have Sage and any other tuner in hand, and you have access to Mausoleum of White, you pretty much get 3 tuners on the field, and it's even better if you also open Sage and Maiden, because that way you can, Maiden summons more Blue Eyes. It's just more monsters to your field. And then also for the last Blue Eyes tuner, spellcaster-wise, 1 Master Thighs of Blue. Just great because you can recurl from Grave, so this helps you make True King of all Calamities. Then we're running for our stones, 3 copies of the White Stone of Ancients and 3 copies of the White Stone of Legend. So again, we're trying to make Halqifibrax. You need to see as many of your level 1 tuners as possible because you can summon them over and over. More resources, adds back Blue Eyes, summons up a monster from your deck. I'm sorry, we just watched a bird attack a squirrel. We are recording this outside because, it's nice to be outside other than as human. And for the last monster, we're running 1 O-Lion. And you might say, this isn't a pure Blue Eyes card. And I have 2 arguments. First off, you are correct. Second off, this is the format right now. You have to have, if 2 negates changes a lot. So this gives you 2 Herald of the Arclights. It's necessary. If you don't want to run it, just take it out. You'll be running a 41 card deck, and then I'll show you what to remove in the extra deck and what you can put in. So that's it for the monsters. Moving on to spells. We're running 3 copies of Melody of the Awakening Dragon. Just more consistency. 3 copies of Trade-In. Once again, consistency. And then 1 Cards of Consonance. Consistency. You're running 6 level 1 light tuners that you can discard of Cards of Consonance. So, you might want to run 2. I do think that more than 1 is just bricky. Then we're also running 1 Mausoleum of White and 1 Terraforming. Now, you might want to say, Mausoleum of White's overpowered in this build. You want to run 3. And I'll argue that I only have 1. So definitely run 3. Get 2 more. You'll be running a 44 card deck. It's honestly fine because Mausoleum Mausoleum and Sage is 2 negates. The card's broken. And then 1 ofs, 1 for 1. It's a very good card. Monster Reborn because Monster Reborn, and then 1 copy of Dragon Revival Rhapsody. You're running 7 to 8 spellcasters in this deck. You're always going to be resolving Dragon Revival Rhapsody. Then just standard recurl, 3 copies of Return of the Dragon Lords, and 2 copies of World Legacy Guard Dragon with the 1 succession. We're not running Guard Dragons in this build. It just brings back tuners to make Halqifibrax easier or to make your synchros much easier. So that's it for the main deck. Moving on to the side deck, we're running 1 copy of Halqifibrax, 1 copy of Linkcross, and 1 copy of Linkuriboh. These are the only links you need. Linkuriboh's in here just in case you open a Stone and World Legacy Guard Dragon. That way, if you brick, you can still get Halqifibrax, and it's also a dark monster. So if you're going second and you need to have Levianeer pop 2 cards, this is practically your only way to do it. Synchros, we're running 1 Martial Metal Marcher and 2 copies of Herald of the Arclight. You're always going to be making 2, And the fact that it searches out rituals means that you can like side Chaos Max and Chaos Form as like a going second like tech kind of. So you can like link them off or tribute them for Blue Eyes if you still have your normal summon, and then you can get Chaos Max. That's it for the negate synchros. We're also running 1 Blue Eyes Spirit, 2 Blue Eyes, not Blue Eyes, Azure Eyes, and then we're running 1 copy of Cloud Castle. You do need to run both Azure Eyes because you're going to use both of them, because you're going to use one on your turn and one on your opponent's turn. And Cloud Castle is just there to make Calamities even easier. Moving on to Xyz, we're going up by number. 1 copy of 38, 1 copy of 97, 1 copy of number 100, and 1 copy of Tachyon. Tachyon isn't necessary, but it is a dragon number, so you use it for Draglubian. And then we're running the 1 copy of the True King of all Calamities, because your opponent not being able to activate monster negates is great. Generally, if you're going blind, I'd recommend calling Dark, because that's probably the best typing, because every deck is running it. If you know what deck you're going against, generally you're still going to want to call Dark, but if you're up against Adamantipator, call Earth. The deck just dies immediately, and then you can OTK next turn with number 100, or just with like 3 Blue Eyes or Dragons on your field. So, thank you very much for watching. Expect more videos. I'm trying to figure out an upload schedule, but expect 1 video per week. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.